bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your crowds are rising, hearts are climbing, green flag waving, no more hiding. Fuel the fire, hit the gas. Another week, another chance, 'cause we race like there's no tomorrow. Speed and pride, we never borrow. Side by side till the sparks fly back. You want the glory, earn your track. From the open laps to the victory lane, we chase the thunder, outrun the rain. Strap in tight, no turning back. See you on the track. National velocity, racing league. Do you have what it takes to run against the best? Do you have what it takes to run against the best?
2 minutes left.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to MotorMouth Broadcasting and welcome into the Maximum Velocity Racing League presents the CNC Truck Series for Season 5, Round 7, live from Rockingham Speedway here this evening. It's Hamish Bono joining you with Jim Cunningham alongside as we come into the Rock this evening. We'll see if anyone's going to lay the smackdown or if they're going to end up maybe in the Smackdown Hotel afterwards as well. Jim, great to be with you once again for more Maximum Velocity Racing League action here. It's been an incredible first few rounds of this season, and coming into this next portion of the season now, of course, we're back on the tarmac here at Rockingham after the fantastic action last week out at Chicagoland. It's a fun time to be back in for Truck Series action. I mean, we've obviously got the news last week that we're getting the new Ram truck in next season, so that could affect this series going forward. We're only a week away from it, Jim. We're into week 12 right now, week 13 next week, so we get the new truck very shortly. See how that's going to affect the series, but we've got to make it through Rockingham tonight, and we've spoken about it pre-show. We can see this race going one of two ways. It's either going to be green flag the whole way, or we're going to be yellow flag restarts all the way through. And realistically, I think that's just the nature of Rockingham Speedway, isn't it? It's either we... somewhat, yeah. You very well could. I I am someone who only yesterday put in his yearly parlay multi bet for the year on sports. So I pick who I think is going to win things for the year. I place at the start of the year, and I see if I'm a couple of dollars richer at the end of the year. Possible winnings for me this year, Jim, could be around about $9,000. So that'd be nice. That'd be wonderful if that happens. Yeah. So, I know it'd be lovely. No, I didn't. So this year, this was my AFL Australian Football League multi that I placed for who I think will win the premiership, who I think will finish top of the standings prior to finals, who I think will win the most goals scored medal, and who I think will be picked as the best young player of the year. Those four put together, I think I bet like $15, $20, and it's like a $9,000 return. If all four hit, it's a $9,000 return. And the team that I picked to win is my team, who's won 2 years in a row, and we're going for our second three-peat of this century. We won back in 01, 02, 03. I want us to get another three-peat in 24, 25, and 26. So we'll see if that happens. But regardless, yeah. It is. We haven't just yet. Is that exactly right? And we've got Keaton Tripp obviously on the front row of the grid. Nathan Carroll in P2. Great starting position tonight for Tripp. He looks to get his second win of the season. Justin Michael, Scott Sanderson in behind them on the second row of the grid here tonight, as well as we move back to James Lehman, the defending champion, ahead of Dakota Floyd on the third row of the grid tonight. Watch Dakota. He feels confident coming into Rockingham this evening. He could be our next winner this season. CJ McLaughlin ahead of Joshua Motorcheck on the fourth row of the grid here this evening, as well as we then get to row 5. And making up our top 10, it is Scott Patton and Chris Walker, Jim, at the back end of the top 10. That's fine. That's fine. To the 8th row we go. We find Christopher Sprecher here this evening alongside Thomas Lee for the top 16 cars on the grid here this evening, as well to Stove Price Jr. Joshua Fracker alongside him as well for the 9th row. And to row 10 we find Krishan Elliott alongside Rob Haynes for our top 20. We then find ourselves for P21 with Ty Stanley and Parker Donaldson alongside him on the 11th row of the starting grid here tonight, as well with Paul Crumray alongside Austin Wagner for the top 24. Wagner's going to have to do some work if he wants to help his teammate at the front end of town. Heath Smith, Charles Woods then for the top 26 cars on the grid here tonight, alongside in behind them Griffin Slayer and Christopher Howe then for the 14th row of the grid as well. As we prepare for the rolling start, John Schoenbachler will start alongside Zach Groover for the top 30 entries off the 15th row. Bill, the People's Champion, makes qualifying here tonight and gets into the race as well. Matt Rodolioso in alongside him on the 16th row of the grid as well. Kyle Stewart, Jack Watts for our top 34 entries here tonight, to Billy Bumgarner and Rod Mitten then for the 18th row of the grid as well, with Michael Milfeld Jr., Chris Hagee as well in behind them, with Gordon Spain, Will Kirk for the top 40, to then find Austin Baird and Brandon Groover. And the final position on the grid of this evening for P43, it is Tyrone Harris. Top 43 make it after qualifying, the rest go home. TJ Lee, Jeff Hollingworth, Trent Drum as well, Kerry Cleaver, Jared Wishon, James Durr, Jordan Nees, and David Rigsby have been knocked out after qualifying. They've all been sent home here this evening. Apparently you muted yourself on stream, Jim, according to Rhiannon in the chat as well, so you need to unmute yourself.
I did.
So we've been chatting away.
Oh, yeah.
We've been chatting away whilst Jim was muted. We've got to give some leeway to Jim. He had some technical issues prior to the show tonight.
I am
all over the place today. It's okay though. We'll get that sorted.
So what's funny is, I literally thought I was going to be this great commentator when I started this, because I talk so much. That's why the channel's called MotorMouth and all that stuff. And I'm literally the worst play-by-play guy ever. And I thought I was going to be so good at that. I mean, I have my role for sure.
Don't claim that, Jim. I've heard worse.
Well, I'm not very good at it, that's for sure. I mean, I found my place, so I'm good with that. But yes, I had some technical difficulties, and I have to say, I am not the calm, cool, collected guy I used to be. Now I get panicked, and I don't work well under pressure anymore. So I try to be preemptive and get all that stuff done ahead, but tonight was not that night. I got to chatting with James about Formula One and other things, and lost track of time.
It's your mistake for talking about open wheel action when we're going stock car racing, Jim. Save it for an IndyCar broadcast.
Juan Pablo Montoya was on the broadcast, and he used to race NASCAR, so there's the connection.
He did. There is a connection. Pace cars in the pit lane, though. To the start zone we go. And we prepare ourselves for the beginning of the Rockingham Survival. 100 laps here tonight at Rockingham Speedway. Should equate to around about 100 miles as well. As Tripp leads us onto the back stretch off the race start. 6 different winners this season. Jim Tripp is one of them. Spain, Lehman, Glazer, Motorcheck, and Justin Michael last week became the 6th different winner. Are we going to see 7 out of 7 leaving Rockingham Speedway tonight as we begin lap 2? Tripp leading well from the front early. Could be on for a nice green run early, but you have a feeling, Jim, once that first caution comes out, dominoes are going to fall. The house of cards is going to come crumbling down, and it may be a bit of an eye-pacing of safety car after safety car here tonight at Rockingham Speedway. But we've just got to survive a good green period, and we may be okay.
Yeah, no, I think you're 100% correct. And word has it that they may even consider going single pile restarts to slow that down a little bit if the caution starts piling up a little bit. which would not be the worst idea in the world. As we slide back here, everything up front's smooth, but we got some 2 wide, some even looking at 3 wide action back here.
We can see that
I do love Rockingham. Let me just say that this place is one of my favorites. Love it.
Well, I've called one race here, Jim. It's only my second, but it's really refreshing to see 40-plus cars here at Rockingham to really get a good feel for this place. It is an awkward circuit. It's an awkward oval. It's got little bumps and bruises along it. It almost looks like if you asked a child to draw a circle, and Rockingham would be the thing that they spit out.
Well, you know what? If you look at it from a track map standpoint, which, let's see, I think I've got one of those somewhere around here. It actually, it's not going to show it because this is the new configuration, and they haven't even got the, that's why we didn't have a map on the opening screen. But, you know, it's like a little trioval, man. It's a little bit wonky. It's almost like someone stood on top of an. It's almost like someone has stomped an orange and then they've based the track map around the shape of the orange and how it's been squished. Now, as I mentioned, interesting description to say.
Well, you know. Well, I mentioned earlier on, as we're going through the grid, we've got to watch out for Dakota Floyd tonight. We spoke to him last week. Yes. He felt very confident coming into tonight's race. He's a driver that specialises in these short track style of races, and he was feeling the confidence coming into Rockingham Speedway. I think he's definitely someone that we're going to keep an eye on. He's probably the most likely driver we're going to find tonight to get that 7th different winner out of anybody, I would argue, based on his confidence. But Nathan Carroll, I was about to mention him, Nathan Carroll is up into P2 at this stage, surrounded by previous race winners this season. Tripp, Lehman, Michael, all up in the top 4. 3 out of the top 5 previous race winners. Top 10, only 3 of them are previous race winners. The rest of the top 10 have not won a race this season. It's not until P11 we find Bentley Glazer, the next previous race winner.
It's a different style circuit, man. I mean, this is a different type of racing. And one of the key things here is qualifying. I mean, you qualify up in the top 10 or so, and you just stay up there, and it's so much easier to stay out of trouble at a place like this. And in the end, that's really what it matters. It's about keeping your butt out of trouble until, you know, the last 20 laps or so, and then it's, you know, all gloves off and get after it, you know.
Yeah, one thing I noticed as well is, so we're showing the top 5 at this stage on the ticker as well. We will scroll through and find out where other drivers are positioning at this stage as well.
So, yes, we are. Thank you for that, by the way. So we're going to do that because we have some new things. So we've got our regular tower, right? You know, that's our...
Which you know, Jim, I'm a big fan of the new tower that SDK have brought us.
What I don't like is, you see how it covers the lead truck in some camera angles? That's what I don't like about it. And that's why I typically don't run it, because in certain camera angles, it covers the lead vehicle, which to me is...
You know what one fix is for that, Jim? And it's a fix that I use quite often.
Yeah,
it is scaling the tower to be 2560 by 1440, so it takes up slightly less room.
You literally do that to me every race.
It looks it looks good.
You do.
I'm dying on the hill that 2560 by 1440 is the better scaling for a timing tower.
I get
everything else we get away with.
Well,
what do
you think of this? Tell me what you think of this right here. Okay.
Let's have a look.
So how about that?
That is spectacular. The only problem is it's covering up the MotorMouth Broadcasting logo.
Yes.
But that looks very good. I like that.
And
that's like modern NASCAR tower stuff up there at the top.
We won't do that because that's too much. And I will eventually.
Well, if we'll have a play around with it, and I'm sure we'll be able to adjust it slightly, so then we can have this so it shows them all throughout, and we can have logos underneath it scrolling as well.
Yeah, we'll get all that squared away.
We'll have a little production powwow at some point.
Check this out. We've got that. We can go with the F1 style, right? So we do something like that. But then we also what? At the bottom too?
I like the bottom.
I know.
The bottom, actually, I actually kind of prefer the bottom. That's That's kind of cool.
The problem
That's
is
like old supercar style.
It is, and we could even down there. You could even go full 5 columns wide if
We
you
could.
wanted to.
We could. Jim,
Yeah.
actually, I kind of like it down there. It's actually quite nice.
It's interesting for sure.
We could run zoomed in and it would still show it, and we wouldn't be covering anybody up.
That's true. So we got some new options on the tower, which is cool, and it'll scroll. It'll
So
scroll.
is that a plug-in, Jim, that you've now
That is
acquired?
same gentleman.
Okay.
All right, but anyway, back to the race now. I've shown off my fancy new towers, and we'll get back to the coverage here. I'm not even going to say it. Well, I am, because I don't believe in curses, as we see Justin Michael getting by Lehman there, moving up into third. Oh, actually, so Lehman's up a spot, but Michael started in third. Okay. Still getting my grasp around everything. I was a little rattled when we started, but I'm good now. My mic's working. It's all good.
Everything's working. So it's everything's working well as well. And
My brain. Look at this mess right here.
Oh my God! It's a little scramble as they flow through to begin.
What's that?
Lap 19 of 100.
no,
Of course,
no.
stage end is lap 30. Contacts made. Are we going to get a caution? No, they keep rolling. But are they going to wreck him behind? They've kept themselves sorted. Somehow they've survived it, Jim, on the run onto the back straight here.
Man.
Stage end coming at lap 30 tonight. Pit lane will close at lap 28. So if drivers come in before the end of the stage, at the final 2 laps, they'll get themselves an EOL for the restart. So they have to make sure if they're going to come in, it's before lap 28. We may see some earlier pit stoppers tonight. The run on fuel is 58 to 60 laps, but tyres are not going to withstand the pressure that Rockingham brings. So we may
to the
see.
apron there.
Yeah, we
42.
did, yeah. So that's the 42.
Yeah, it's Wagner. Which, of course, you can get down on the apron if you want. Back in the old days here at Rockingham, and I don't know if this is still true with the new configuration. To be honest with you, I haven't put a lot of miles on the new configuration. Back in the old days here, if your car wasn't turning, if you couldn't get it to rotate in the turns, you could get down there and hook your left side tires on the apron, and it would help the car turn. That's an old short track trick from back in the day. If your car won't turn, you get down and you catch that little groove right as where the apron and the track come together, and it helps your car turn. That's old school trickery there.
Well, I mean, it's even for road course trickery for you, Jim.
Yeah, sure.
Where you can get front end of a
Yeah.
car turned in as you come in and run on the apex, you just dab the brakes, it tucks the front end in, loads onto the front side. Car then dips into the corner and really bites into the corner as well. It's a similar mindset that you can bring to tracks like this.
You know who might be a beast tonight? Old Josh Monachek. He won a dirt race. He's running. I like that livery he's running, by the way. Short track racing and dirt racing, they're probably the two closest of all. You know what I mean? Like if you're good on dirt, you're probably going to be pretty decent at short track racing, because dirt is so much of a hectic kind of thing.
You've mentioned Motorchek's name, and I completely overlooked him as a previous race winner this season. So actually, we have now five of our 6 previous race winners in the top 10. Tripp, Michael, Lehman, Motorchek, and Glazer. The only one that's not there is Gordon Spain, who we've noticed this season, Jim, is more so a super speedway specialist, more so than a speedway or a short track specialist.
Yeah, somebody revealed that to us. I don't remember who it was. What did you tell me?
Yeah.
What is the stage break tonight?
Lap 30. So we've got 5 to go.
Okay. So
We've got 2 laps until the pits close, and we've got 5 laps until stage end.
I want to see something here, because this is all brand new, and I don't know if I've got them all synced together so far, but let's see how this works.
Well, that's showing for stage 2. That one there.
That's interesting. Hold on, let me see that. But I've got it in.
Have you changed your stage number, Jim, on the race info section?
I did not think I did. Everything should have been square. Oh no, my 3 doesn't work. That's my keyboard. My 3 has been.
It's funny. My 7 doesn't work on my upper numbers. I have to use my numlock 7 because it has selective
For whatever
usage
reason,
issues.
neither one of mine work.
Yeah.
So, but it works.
Maybe you've coded something with SDK to use 3 as a shortcut, and now it doesn't work with 3.
You know what? That could be the case. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it might be one of your
that
Stream
squared away
Deck
here.
shortcuts.
Just give me a second here, and I'll have you.
Here you go. I'll write 30 for you in the broadcaster chat, and you can copy and paste it. You got it? Cool.
I had a 3 on there somewhere, so we should be good here. I just really wanted to see if this race recap box would fit in that space, which it does.
We can resize it slightly to drop down a little bit, and it'll look absolutely golden. Yeah. A production powwow is coming from MotorMouth Broadcasting, where we're going to get everything sized.
Well, we got some other new stuff coming for you too.
Yeah.
That's not all. I've got stuff even Hamish hasn't seen yet. Okay, so.
I didn't even know that Jim had the ticker, and right now I want it. I want the ticker. So he's going to make me spend money to get this ticker
and here, wait a minute,
my own broadcast.
So just so you might like this, watch the information box on the left-hand side. Well, watch it now because it's showing my logo and a caution flag because we have a caution on the track. Let's see what happened.
You're making me want to spend money, Jim.
Did we just hit the... Oh, we did.
Yeah, we just hit the stage break. So stage break has ended.
We just went 30 laps, caution free.
Yeah, we did. Tripp, Carroll, Michael, Floyd, Patton, Lehman, Sanderson, Motorcheck, Maul, and Glazer, the top 10 for the stage. So they'll all get points.
Wow.
And we'll see drivers come into pit lane at this stage. So obviously they can make 60 laps on a tank of fuel. Probably not going to see them run 60 laps though on tyres.
No.
I think now, because it is going to be a yellow flag stop, we're going to see drivers take tyres in the stop.
Absolutely.
Forced.
Everybody here will take 4 tires.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, they'll take 4.
If you don't, something's wrong with you.
Now, we may see them possibly come in, do top-up stops, and take tyres possibly, or they may, later in the race, or they may try and offset this to be a 3-stop race, Jim, where they take a bit of fuel to cover some tyres, but they don't take... Because they're going to go 60 laps. After the stop, they're only going to need 10 laps worth of fuel, which will be enough to cover a set of tyres. So what we may see is we may see them try and cut this stint in half now. So it's going to be roughly 65 laps to the end of this race by the time we go green. If you cut that in half, it's going to be roughly a 32, 33 lap run to the end.
Right.
Caution may have a part to play in it, obviously, too. We may get a caution, within the next 5 laps, and they decide, well, we're going to come in because we're going to make it to the end on fuel, or not, possibly. I actually think the name of the game now is, if you're not getting cautions until 30 laps from now, you are risking too much by coming in and taking tyres because of the time drop-off. We heard from James Lehman earlier on, prior to the show, 1.5 seconds was the drop-off after 20 laps.
No, 10.
10? Even worse.
He said the guy was on track. He was off 1.5 seconds after 10 laps. So
even worse.
So what's going to come into play, it's going to be really cool here, is in theory, we could, if we get a green flag stops, we could start seeing the undercut come in massively.
Exactly. And I think
2 laps. If you talk about making up 3 seconds in 2 laps on somebody, that's
huge, absolutely huge. Like it's a differential of a couple of gallons in pit lane of taking less fuel, but ultimately you can't take less fuel to cover it because you got to be able to make it to the end. Now,
right. Well, you also got to take tires anyway. So tires.
Yeah, tires anyway. So they're going to take 15 seconds. So for everybody now in the field as we get prepped for our restart. You see as well, everyone's taking 4 tires.
Not a real shocker there, but I just want to pull it up and see. Let's take a look at our biggest movers so far. What have we got? Oh,
well, Will Kirk
Captain
up
Kirk.
19. Captain Kirk
is up
flying the Starship Enterprise up 19th position third tonight. Brandon Gruber's up 15. Kyle Stewart up 11. Howell up 10. Baird up 9. Restart zone. Green flag again at Rockingham. Lap 34 of 100, we have got 67 laps to go here of this race at Rockingham Speedway. So we're a couple laps off that number. So we cut that in half, it then actually turns to 33 and 34 if you want to cut your stint in half. So go 33 laps, come into pit lane, have a wipe lap, and go 33 to the end. And that is if you want to try and split your tyre run. The balancing actually, I think, is actually going to be plus or minus 5 laps. I think you could maybe stretch it a further 5 and go out to maybe 38 laps, possibly 40. any more over 40 laps, though, you're going to ruin those tires and they're going to be out of it.
I think that's going to come. There's a somebody's dropping.
Yeah, Stanley and Helmlinger.
Yeah,
I've had a massive wreck in the back end. Remember we spoke about it, Jim. It could be a caution fest as soon as we get that first caution, and the stage end has brought that upon us here tonight. Now, again, I don't think it's worth coming into pit road right now and taking tires. You may as well just stay out, hold on to track position.
We got 4 meatball flags out of that.
Yep.
Does the regular tower
not
show
surprised.
meatballs?
No, it doesn't. It's only the road course towers that do. So like F1 and stuff like that show it.
That one, but we don't.
Yes, that one would if it popped up, but it's not placed correctly right now for them. So. No.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's go take a look at what happened here. Let's see. I think I'm gonna probably pick my chopper cam just because. Apparently, that's my favorite camera. I did not realize that. I got fussed at by another company that I work out because they said I stayed in the chopper cam for 3 minutes on a broadcast.
I think if we had a chopper cam that looks like a drone shot, it's good. When it's sat directly behind a car and following them for too long, I think that can maybe be where another company may get frustrated with it. Oh my God!
What a side!
That was like a pinball. That was like a pinball.
Walker was
straight
already.
into him. He was already gone. He'd already been hooked up and put into the wall.
So was it him?
So
it was Helmlinger.
Hold on, let's see. The main problem with Rockingham is it's so tight and so tough to hold onto your car. So he runs wide, he clips across the nose, so he self-cleared and went into the wall. And they're having
that's a shot.
God. Luckily for him, if that was a right-hand drive car and this is a real-life race, his leg would be broken right now. Like, ultimately, he'd have cracked ribs, broken leg. I mean,
all the above.
And that car is crabbing all the way back to pit road.
All right, so
and no wonder we have meatball flags.
Who was that? That was the 72.
That was the 72, okay. Chris Walker.
Right, here we go. This should be okay.
This is through turn 2. You can see them wrecking ahead.
And he
gets Arca braked in behind. Yeah, he got Arca braked in behind him.
That didn't seem near as bad from his perspective.
No, his perspective was fine, but...
well, let's do the same thing from Garrett Helmlinger's spot.
So Helmlinger self-clears, so he runs wide, gets loose, self-clears into the wall, and then he's going to get absolutely pinballed. Oh, my God!
He got knocked like... another football field down the track or something. Holy cow. All right.
When we go back to live, we're 2 wide and ready for a restart his as well. So 2 wide restart here at Rockingham Speedway. We are 6 different winners from 6 this season, 2 of which are on the front row for this restart here tonight. Lap 39 will be the restart lap here at Rockingham Speedway. Will we get a nice, clean, green, mean run for a good portion of this race, or have we knocked the dominoes over? And are we going to see the pace truck come out straight away again? Keaton Tripp, green flag, pushes on. Can we make it a green lap after the stage end restart here tonight? For Tripp, he's just going to try and keep it clean at the front end of town, and he could waltz his way to a second win this season. Carroll wants his first. Michael wants his second. Patton wants his first. As does Floyd. As we've got another caution.
Right off the bat, yeah.
Christopher Hagee has had a moment out there. What has happened to him off this restart? Says he self-cleared into one. Oh, he got absolutely drilled.
He got sent. Holy crap. Who sent him like that? I need to get out of this car.
So whoever is right behind him in that black truck, I think it's the 16.
It's the Just Do It truck. He just did it.
Yeah, he just did it. He just sent him.
He did. He just did it for sure. Where is the old 16?
It's Tyrone Harris. Tyrone Harris, 16, is the culprit in that move, in that moment.
So since we've got it, let's do this. Let's see what Tyrone does here. Let's see. It's down low. Well, okay, all right. I mean, the 25.
Well, he can see that he wants to come down, He can see the 20, but he just drives into him.
Well, we got a few
As
guys
cars are
into
going to
pits
come into
now.
pit lane now, guys at the back are trying to roll the dice here.
That's a good move,
I still don't. I don't know.
Don't take
Jim.
tires though. Don't take tires.
No, don't take
they
tires.
are.
You just take your fuel.
They
Well,
are taking tires.
I don't think it's worth it at this stage. We've got 60 laps to go. Yes, you'll make it on fuel. Ultimately, though, you're not going to make it on tires. The tires are going to be absolutely destroyed at the end of this race.
Well, let's see.
As I said,
how many sets of tires do they have? No, we don't want. I don't want pit strategy. Get off.
Tires that they've got. Have a look here. 4 sets.
4 sets.
They've got 4 sets of tires, so they can use them. They might as well use them, but ultimately, as I said, I don't think it's worth coming into pit lane until we've got roughly 30 laps to go, because the guys at the front are barely using their tires right now, Jim. They're barely using them.
So wait a minute. Though.
They can make it home on fuel at this point. Realistically, they can make it home on fuel if it continues like this. Tires are not getting worn.
Fuel's not the issue. This isn't about fuel. I'm just trying to think what those guys were accomplishing there. Some of them only took fuel. It's not going to show it.
I don't think they're accomplishing very much. They're trying to offset themselves in the hope it's going to be a green flag run. Yes, if it's a green flag run, the front runners are going to run their tires out.
Laps,
but
most under caution. Yeah, I don't see wasting a set of tires there.
it's they've barely used them.
Yeah.
They've barely used those tires.
They got maybe 5 green flag laps on them.
Not even.
Yeah, maybe.
2.
That's what
We've not completed a full green lap.
No. Yeah,
No,
we did, huh?
ever since the stage end, we've not completed a green lap.
Okay, maybe not. Yeah. All right. Well, you're right then. But yeah, so I mean, I don't understand that at all. And there were definitely guys that did take tires there. As we're going back green here.
Green flag into the restart zone. Keaton Tripp gets us underway, and they're already trying to self-clear onto the low line. They know the inside's the strong place to be here through turn 1. And it's a scramble for position. Dakota Floyd trying to send it up the inside of Nathan Carroll to get up into P3. Lehman lurking in the background. The 61 of Sanderson as well. Patton's in there too. As they run around turn 4 and back on the main straight, and we complete a green flag lap. There's hope just yet, Jim, that we can get a green flag run.
You're so wrong for that.
I mean, we spoke about it. We expected it's going to go one of 2 ways, but they're doing so well. Oh my God, Trip up in the wall. That's going to ruin his run. Michael's going to go into the race lead. And watch for Floyd on the inside. He's got a good run there on the low line. Tuck up in behind Michael and push on and force Keaton Tripp on the outside. That's what he's got to do here. The 57's got to get right on the back bumper of the 8-7 ahead of him to keep pushing him into the race lead and follow through into P2 if he can.
Yeah, I tell you what, I gotta give Justin Michael some. Apparently, he's my favorite driver now. We all know that, but
you do love Daniel's defense.
I do, but I tell you what, he's giving him plenty of racing room there. He could keep squeezing him up the track a little bit and make things a lot tougher for him, but he's not really doing that. So
no,
I got to give him credit there. That's good, respectful racing, and he's actually hurting himself because holding your car down that low through the whole turn is going to warm up your tires, which is probably what just happened there, except for there's another caution.
Yep, Austin Baird's had a moment into the wall in the 97 Red Bull entry. Get your heart out, SVG. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why.
SVG.
Yeah, well,
that's after.
Red Bull car that's on the 97s. That's after the fact. So it looks like he's run high. Ironically, he's alongside the WeatherTech entry. So really, get your heart out, SVG, if they've made contact. He's been absolutely dumped.
Well, no, wait.
By the WeatherTech car.
You're so tough.
Has he self-cleared? Has he actually self-cleared over him?
You're brutal, man.
What?
He's absolutely dumped. We don't know that yet. We didn't even see the thing.
Well, so just quickly here, Jim. So Justin Michael, Lehman, Floyd, Sanderson are all coming into pit road. So we're having some movement. Yeah, so he was dumped. Come on, he came up on him, hooked his rear, put him in the wall.
I see. You and I sometimes.
Where's he going to go?
You and I.
Where's he going to go?
So
There's a wall.
sometimes we really do.
There's a wall. Where's he going to go?
Give me a second. They're pitting. That's okay. Let them pit. They're good. I got to see this for myself. Okay. I'm good. He got served.
Get him a napkin and a plate. He's been absolutely served on the top line.
That's right.
By the WeatherTech
It's not
entry.
even his birthday, and he was served the cake.
No, that's right. So Michael, Lehman, Sanderson have all come into pit lanes, as is Bumgarner, Haynes, Stanley, Spain, Wagner, and Bill the People's Champion as well. So they've
we
all
are
come into pit
right
lane on
at
this lap.
50. I think that some of these guys are going to go into tire saving mode now. And you don't have a lot of driving experience on these ovals, okay? And there is a real knack. It is a special talent to be able to save tires on a track like this. You have to get it in there just right. You know, you can't
all about being smooth.
You can't let the car scrub at all.
No, that's right. You've got to be so smooth with it.
Do that. You'd be amazed the difference at the end of 30 laps, what their tires would look like compared to, say, somebody like, me. You know, and so my guess is that somebody, if this thing works out right, somebody may try to go a really long way on tires back there. One of those guys that just pitted, because we know they can make it from here.
They can make it. Interesting little note for you here as we go back to green. Dakota Floyd only took right side tires. He's taken a 9-second pit stop, which is only right sides. Everyone else took 4 on that stop, so maybe he knows something that we don't. On board that 57 car back in the pack.
I think that's a valid move, and it probably jumped him ahead of those guys that
it got him ahead of Michael. It's kept him ahead of Lehman as well. And he got the stop for free, so it's worked out well for him. He's scrambling further back in the field. I'm going to keep an eye on him for a little bit here, Jim, just to see how well he can move through this cornucopia of action here at Rockingham Speedway as we've hit lap 51 of 100. So we're past the halfway point now. I'm just pulling new words out for you. I'm a thesaurus of information.
You are.
You don't know how many words I've learnt mean the same as completed across the first 60-odd days of the year, Jim? Too many. Watch my... Look at my Instagram. You'll find and learn so many words that mean completed on there. My posts from every single day of the year thus far. It's one thing I'm doing. I'm posting a new photo each year, and I'm hiding a secret message across the year. Every single day of this year, I'm posting an image with the day number and then a word that means completed with one of the letters in the message capitalized, and it's for those who are following along to track the message to the end of the year.
Really?
Figure out what I'm telling them. Yeah.
I feel like I should do that.
Oh well. You've got 60 days to catch up on.
Yeah, that's a good point. I can't.
It won't take you that long.
I can't get caught up on my paperwork. Are you kidding me?
Well, luckily for those, though, there's no decoding. It is in order of letter, so I'm not going to make them try and de-scramble it either. That would be evil.
No. Got an evil streak in you, probably.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I'm pretty grim. So interestingly enough here, for Dakota Floyd for you, just by the way, I've been tracking him along these last green laps.
Yep.
He's back up now to P17. So he's using those newer right side tyres just to sneak his way through on these older tyre runner users. As Chris Hagee's just had an incident further back once again. It's another yellow flag, so that 25 car's ended up back in the wall on the back straight. So Floyd's taking advantage now of his newer tyres. We'll see if our front runners come in now that we've got roughly 33 laps to go. Remember we said, Jim, this was going to be, we got a little bit more than that. It's about 43 laps to go now. Remember we said they maybe plus or minus 5 laps. Oh, no.
Well,
that's straight in the wall.
Flags are certainly helping with that.
They're helping them with that tyre wear for sure. Right now, though, Floyd's probably the car with the best chance to try and run down the top 10. If he can get that car into the top 10 and we go green to the end.
Well,
He's going to be in a very good position.
Did you just say if we go green to the end?
It's always a possibility. We don't know, Jim.
I hope I jinx us into going green to the end. Are you kidding me?
That'd be good.
Oh, you've heard a commentator curse. There's no chance we're going green to the end. Let's see if that works.
We'll see. You are the one that often commentator curses
Oh,
things
my
more
God.
so than me.
I have wrecked so many good drivers.
It's because I don't believe in the commentator's curse. That's why.
I have killed so many high-quality drivers. Somebody's coming in and pitting there. Oh, it's Patton. McLaughlin's coming in. Howell, Kirk. Some of these guys
All coming to pit road.
Yeah, some of the guys that have not pitted again yet are coming in now. I do like the way everybody's kind of getting off sequence. That's kind of cool. I
little bit of off sequencing here. Majority of the back end of the field are coming into pit road now as well. So this has now promoted Floyd to the top 10. Michael Lehman are just in behind him. So there's no point for those guys to have come in because they've previously come in on the last cautions. They may as well have stayed out. Half the field's into pit road now to get some fresh tires on board their cars. They're going to have some quick vehicles out there. I think the problem that I'm foreseeing right now for Keaton Tripp and others out there is if for whatever reason we get 10 green flag laps, they're going to get run down very quickly as these tires start to wear. And that's the main issue I foresee happening here is they're going to get run down and they're going to get trapped behind guys who are on fresh tires. And then if we get a caution or fresher tires, and then if we get a caution with 10 to go, they're going to be able to take four tires for free pretty much and maintain position ahead of those guys at the top end of the field. So, if you're Floyd, you've got to make probably the next 5 laps count. You've got to make as many positions up as you can, and then you've got to hope the front runners stay out. Because...
Well, again, I don't think Floyd needs to worry yet. I don't think
he doesn't.
He doesn't. No, I'm saying I don't think he needs to worry about moving up spots.
No, I don't. I think it'll actually naturally come to him by the way of his fresher tires than those front runners. Even though he's only got fresher right side tires, he's going to have much better grip on these restarts.
I think
and
at
for
this point,
the rest of the 10,
save for him.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
All those other guys.
Yep.
Just take it super easy on your tires right now, and just nurse them and nurse them and nurse them.
It's either you take it easy and you hope for a longish green flag run, or you anticipate a short green flag stint to the next caution, and you go hell for leather.
Yes.
And you push as hard as possible, and you push as hard as possible to make up spots, in the hopes that it's going to force the other cars ahead of you to stay out again. That's what he's got to hope for here, I think, as it's green flag.
If we go more than 5 green flag laps here, the guys at the front will pit.
I think so.
Because we're etching towards. They will pit.
Yeah, we're etching towards that 30 laps to go marker.
Right.
And with Floyd now on the outside of that low line, he's going to have so much grip out there to push on, but now he's going to try and deal with that traffic ahead of him. And he's got to try and push forward as best he can. For Tripp, he's got to try and run away and hope this thing gets a yellow flag so he can come into pit road and try and push on here at this point. Problem is, if he comes in and those other guys behind him stay out, he's going to get absolutely buried in the field, and that's going to be a high-pressure position for him to be in terms of scrambling of positions, scrambling in the field, and ultimately really a field that's been contaminated with, he's stuck back there where the majority of the incidents have been happening. He's going to put himself at a much heightened risk of getting involved in an incident if he comes in and the cars behind him stay out and they all just jump ahead of him massively here. That's going to be the issue for Keaton Tripp.
Well, to be honest with you, I love where Keaton Tripp and Nathan Carroll are. That's where I want to be. I mean,
strong
from the sense that, this race is going exactly according to their plan. These guys that gambled and took tires to drop back in the field, they were hoping for a long green flag run to force these guys into a green flag pit stop. That's clearly not happening as of yet. And at this point, I would venture to say from here, everybody up front will pit next time around to get that set of tires. So, I think that these guys are in the best spot right now. The ones that I'm not too sure how I feel about where. I mean, I like where Floyd is. The 2-tire thing was a good gamble, but that's working out okay. But Justin Michael took 4 there, and he's right there. Lehman is right there. They're all just sitting there with those fresh tires. We'll see. I think it's playing right into the hands of Keaton Tripp and Nathan Carroll here, though, at this point. Especially
Dakota Floyd.
Dakota
Floyd starting to cherry pick some positions here. He's just gotten past the 200 entry of Tommy Cook, just ahead of him here, as he starts to sneak his way back forward towards the top end of town. And again, the problem for Tripp is if Floyd gets past him and we get a caution, Floyd could end up jumping him through the pit stop once again if he decides to come in. And I think if Floyd does get to the front, Jim, I think he actually has to dictate the field and just come in. If he gets to P1, he's just got to come in. He can't trap himself on the road with old tires. If everyone else behind him decides to come in as well, I think that's got to be the play here for him.
Oh, no, he's got to pit. Yeah, at this point, if they pit, he's pitting. There ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So he didn't really accomplish much. All he did was put himself back in the danger zone for a little while, which he survived. But he hasn't really accomplished anything. It was a gamble. But he is a short track guy, okay? And he has his own strategy idea in mind, for sure, So, I'm not one to question that. But you know what? I just took a look here. Joshua Fracker, somebody we don't talk about very often, running the Red Bull livery, which always scares me.
Red Bull livery scare me no matter who it is.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. But, okay, but he's up here. He's just got him a nice top 10 spot. He's up 8 spots, He's just looking good. And here's another one, though. This one is the one that surprised me. Ty Stanley.
Yeah.
Look how many times
haven't mentioned him at all this season.
No.
We haven't mentioned him at all this season.
4 times already.
He's come in under every caution.
Yeah, but I don't know where he's at on tire-wise. I'm sure he's probably just on his second set of tires.
Hopefully not on his fourth.
No, hopefully not. No. But hopefully not. But he's up 10 spots. He's up 10 spots in this race. But, look at his progression, man. He's just worked his way back up here. It looks like he might have had a little repair job done there. Okay.
Yeah, and he's gotten back into it. And I think the way he's gotten back into it is from the majority of those runners behind him who've been coming in as well previously. That gave him some big bulk positions as well off that last caution when they all came into.
I have no idea why. I think he doesn't. He's not really running a trading paint scheme. Is probably why I don't But
well,
yeah.
one thing that I've noticed as well is, Jim, there's been a big gainer up to the top 3. Greg Moore in the Shitty Coolers entry.
Yes.
Up 9 at
by
this
the way,
point.
I got to tell you, somebody last week, I'm going to call him out right on air too. It's probably going to make everybody upset. But somebody complained last week about our language. And
really?
Yes. And so James went and watched the whole broadcast, and he's like, I heard a few dams or whatever, And I told him, it was probably the fact that we were saying shitty coolers and they thought we were cursing, and that's the name of the company is Shitty Coolers. And, So I think we got a complaint for language over saying shitty coolers. Which, there's a part of me that loves that, But for those who maybe thought we were not saying the curse word involving poop. We were saying the name of the company, which is, as you can see right there, Shitty. S-H-I-T-I. Shitty.
Well, Jimmy, just in behind that car, we've had a change of position here. Lehman and Michael on those fresh 4 set of tires have now made their way past Dakota Floyd. He's been forced up behind the wall. Caution's out. Watch for everyone to come in at the front end of town, because this is the exact point that they would have wanted it. Austin Baird has had a moment once again in the 97 Red Bull car. Has he self-cleared down on the 77? You bet he has. That's what it appears to be, Jim. Although there could be more to the story when we ride on board with the 77.
I like the way you threw that in this time, just in case. All right, let's ride along with the 77 here. Let's jump on board with him, and let's see what happens.
He holds the inside. 97 comes down.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
I mean,
I think it's on both of them.
whoa, you really?
Yeah, I do.
That's
I
so
do.
not you.
I honestly do. I think the 97s come down as the 77s come up. It may be considered a self-clear, but I think they've both got an onus on it.
I'm not sure I could have picked a worse freaking.
How about we go to your favorite camera angle, Jim? That might show us the better angle. No, the chopper cam.
Well, this is the chase cam, so this is my least favorite. But I don't know. I mean, you gotta allow him a little room. To come up the bottom. So I would say that's less on the 77 for sure. I mean, I think
there
is
expect him to
hold it on the bottom line all the way off the track.
That's right. I think there is onus on both of them.
Yeah.
But I do think that we could lean more to the 77 there. So pit stops have just happened, by the way. So to give you the update here, Will Kirk has jumped the whole field by staying out, but his tyres are going to be absolutely screaming. Massive mistake. Too big of a gamble. Trips come out in what will be the corrected race lead after Kirk comes through pit road. Carroll, Maul, Lehman, Michael, Motorcheck, Patton, Glazer, Floyd, and then Fracker will make up the top 10 when Kirk inevitably gets buried because of these old tires.
I mean, he is going to drop back, but track position is so important in these races. If he could hold in the top 10 or so, it's
going to be a tough gamble.
It is
43 lap to the end of this race, and if we go overtime, they're going to be screaming.
Everybody else behind. Oh yeah, no, he's dead. I'm sorry. There's no buffer. I thought there might have been a buffer. There's not another single car out there that's okay. Stayed out. No, he's dead.
Actually,
this is the kind of situation where, and I'm not wishing this on anybody. I'm just going to throw it out there. This is the kind of situation where a guy has old tires. He spins the shit out of them the shitty coolers out of them, and ends up causing an accident or stack up.
You know what, Jim? I think people need to learn that there is language in the world, and we're simply speaking the English language.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, they're nice Christian people, and I respect that, and we weren't really cussing. I do cuss, but we were trying to be good. But we're going back to green here, and he got away. He did not spin the tires. That is the first thing. Now he will go backwards for sure. It won't take long.
No, it won't take long.
As soon as these guys warm
up.
Nathan
He went to the background. Big one here. That's a caution for sure.
Yep.
Who was in P2 though?
I don't know, but I just killed James Cracker.
Carroll was in P2 when the wreck happened. So Carroll here is going to have a great opportunity to try and get his truck into the race lead off this restart.
Yep. Let's see what happened here now. I didn't really plan to stay on this camera, but Dakota! What? Dakota punted him. All right, one more time. Let's go to a regular camera. I probably need to go to the chopper cam, to be honest. The chopper cam does work best for these review kind of situations. I wish I knew where the chopper cam was. This guy has so many cameras, which is great, but, still. Okay. Oh, he wiggled. Okay. Nah, he wiggled. All right. Yeah, Dakota did all he could. That's typical. I mean, that's a short track incident right there. I think Kurt got involved in that. No, Kurt's pitted. Never mind. Somebody else was involved in that, though. Who else was involved? That's what I need to see. So who else was in front of them when that happened? Or behind them?
So Floyd got into the back of him off the wiggle.
I think that's Stove Price.
Stove Price Jr.
Yeah,
possibly. So just importantly as well, Will Kirk has now come into pit road. So Nathan Carroll
is your leader.
Is in the race lead.
Yep. Keaton, Tripp, Lehman, they're all the regular folks are back up there again. Dakota Floyd, though, through all of that, it's certainly, he's up to 8th. He did not get out of pit road last time very well at all because he was the one that just bumped that guy just now, which was further back in the field. So,
Well, this is going to be a very, very interesting restart period now, Jim. It's going to be a very interesting final few laps.
Well,
Carroll into the race lead.
I'm going to tell you what. Don't write off if another caution comes out. Somebody from, say, 7th, 8th back, somebody's going to come and take the last set of tires and take a gamble here that they can drive by the field. Because this is the kind of track that the tires can make that much of a difference. We could even see somebody come in, if we get a caution like green-white checker situation. Problem is we don't have very many cars a lap down. We only got, how many cars do we have on the lap? Yeah, we got a bunch of cars on the lead lap.
We got a heap of them. If we go to interval, it will show us, of course,
Yep.
those that are a lap down, as well as we get ready for green flag. Restart is live once again here out at Rockingham Speedway. Nathan Carroll, race lead. Keaton Tripp, James Lehman in behind. Greg Mall, Michael Motorcheck, Floyd Glazer, Cromray, Cook. That's the top 10. Can Carroll be our 7th different winner of the season? Or could Tripp, Lehman, or Michael get their second? Could Mole sneak the shitty coolers entry to the top end of town? It's another caution!
Yeah.
And I'm not sure who's caused it. I think it might be Scott Patton at the back end of town. Has gone off the road in the 46.
Oh,
he was
my
involved in
God.
the incident. Oh, my Lord. That is massive.
You can go ahead and issue the warning right now if you like. You don't
The
know
warning?
You don't know the warning, do you? That's something I do with Jake.
Oh.
Yes, you can hide your kids' eyes, your wife's eyes, even your ex-wife's eyes if she's watching with you, because this is fixing to be a wild ride here.
If you... Oh, my God.
How did that even happen?
He got under him, it looked like, and
I mean,
I don't even know how it rolled back.
I think he saw whatever was happening and like, you know, and then all of a sudden the car caught again after he reacted to it, and it just sent him into the wall. Okay, that was some crazy stuff right there. Let's just say that was some crazy shitty coolers.
That was. Oh my God! Oh, did he have a steering failure? Maybe.
No. It caught. You can see it wiggle. Watch.
No. I was going to say if it was a steering failure, it would have pulled him onto the infield instead.
Yeah, but watch. You can see it, right? He right there. He wiggles it and it caught. Boom.
Yeah.
Them fresh tires caught, and that was it, man. Gone.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I do have to correct myself. Also, it wasn't Stove Price Jr. earlier. He's been out since lap 25.
Oh. Sorry, Stove.
Just to correct myself as well. So when someone does have a steering failure, it is actually within the coding of iRacing for safety reasons. When you have a steering failure, so your wheel disconnects or something happens with the wheel, the car actually automatically turns left to put you to the infield. It's because of oval racing that iRacing was originally really made for, to be a top-tier oval racing sim with road courses as well. It will deliberately turn your car left to get you to the infield so you're out the way of oncoming traffic at such a high speed at oval courses before the caution's thrown. So
Yes, that is correct.
for those that wonder, if you ever watch a road course race or even another iRacing broadcast and you see someone have a steering failure and they hook left, that's the reason why. It is a safety feature within iRacing to get cars out of the way of people, because ultimately if drivers are running with high-powered, high Newton-meter direct drive wheels,
They can hurt
and
you.
they don't let go. I know people who have broken their thumb because they've not let go of the wheel when they've had a crash. It's another reason as well, and this is to any iRacer out there, if you are going to have a wreck, and it's, especially on an oval at high speed, don't try and catch it.
I got an idea.
If you're going to go on the wall, you're going to go on the wall.
Real quick, before we go back green here, because we're fixing to, let's give them a crank it up. Let's
get a crank it up.
We're not gonna make it, but let's give them a crank it up.
Let's give him a crank it up. See what happens here. Green flag. Crank it up time at Rockingham. Laps to go. Rockingham Speedway. James Lehman, Keaton Tripp, battle for the race lead into turn 3. Nathan Carroll sits P3 at the moment and is ready to take advantage if they come together as we hit 11 to go here. Lap 90 of 100. And will we go green to the end, or could there be some overtime on offer if we get a caution within the next 7 laps? Or by the next 7 laps to lap 97, we will go overtime. There's the caution.
You said the wrong word. You said the no-no word. Don't do that.
Did I do that?
We're going to crank it up the rest of the way. Those are green flag laps. We're just not going to say another word. We're just going to crank it up for the rest of the race.
If you are back into the top 10, Jim,
yeah, I would say.
Do you risk a tyre change right now?
Yeah.
Or do you hold track
I would
position?
say 10 and below. Yeah, I'd take a shot. What the hell? You ain't going. You're not moving forward with that crew up there unless you got something different than them. So, yeah, what the heck? Those tires at this point have got, almost 20 laps on them. We know that 10 laps around here can jack them up.
I wonder, can Keaton Tripp bait someone to come in the pit lane? Can he bait them?
I don't know that.
I feel like you could. Oh, Carroll's going to come in.
No.
Oh, they tried to. They realized that no one else is going to follow them. Wasn't worth it.
No, he wouldn't. Somebody will. Come on. Somebody's going to. Come on.
Is it going to be worth it, though, if you're going to drop all the way to the back end of the field? Because you're only going to have 7 laps. Harris and Milford are risking it. Stewart is as well. You might as well get the back end of town.
Oh, yeah. No, those guys for sure. I'm not going to lie to you. If I'm sitting where Captain Kirk is in 22nd place, I'm coming. Now, the guy ahead of him, Ty Stanley, no, Captain Kirk pitted on 80. Never mind. I probably wouldn't do that. But if I'm at one of the guys that pitted at 76 and I'm around 15th, 16th, 17th place, I'm coming. I think that it's 7 laps, especially with some cautions mixed in there, where you gain 4 or 5 spots and a caution comes out and condenses the field back up, right? I'd do it. I would. But what the heck do I know? I'm a broadcaster. I'm not a racer. I mean, I am, but I'm just not that good. But just for everybody's knowledge, I am a pretty decent oval racer, actually.
You're an LMU driver.
No,
more so than an iRacing driver at this point, Jim.
I do. Did somebody just laugh? Did you just play laughter in the background? If you did,
no, I didn't.
That was absolutely epic.
No.
If you did.
I didn't. I should have. That would have been hilarious.
You're an LMU driver. That would have been pretty fun. I mean, I do a lot of road racing on LMU. I like it, but no, I did a lot of oval racing before I started broadcasting on iRacing. That was my stuff of choice. I mean, I did both, but I was pretty good at, I've got, I don't know, 20 or 30 poles and, some wins, in officials. I mean, I'm a decent oval racer. I wasn't ever really in an oval league.
But ultimately, you are an LMU racer at this point, Jim.
Yeah, I do most of it. There it is. Thank you.
There it is. Thank you.
I had to give you the idea, which is even lamer that you did it after I gave it to you.
No, what's even worse is, Jim, I'd really like a Assetto Corsa Competizione, but can't race at the moment.
No. Yes, that's true. All right, we're
Keaton
back
Tripp,
green.
green flag, restart zone is lit up once again. 7 laps to go. here at Rockingham Speedway. Nathan Carroll's trying to make moves here on James Lehman for P2.
Oh.
If he can, he gets the job done. Lehman ran wide. That's allowed Michael through as well. Can Carroll catch up the trip, put the pressure on him for the race win? Or is Carroll going to become the first two-time winner of the series? He's one of the contenders this season. They're 3 wide back there. Bit of 2 wide action as well. Oh my God, they're getting closer and closer to the possibilities of cautions. There it is.
Knew it was coming.
Contact was made. Rod Mittens dropped low. It's going to be a caution for sure with the 92 on the infield, although it may not. Although he is about to stop on the infield section there. Come on. He wasn't stopped on the track. He stopped on the infield.
Wow. Okay.
So it's gone green once again. And we keep pushing. 5 to go here at Rockingham. Can Carroll get this job done? He may need a caution just to get back up onto the tail of Tripp and put the pressure on him for the restart. This thing could still go overtime. We've got 4 green flag laps to get a caution out there before the white flag comes out. There it might be there. Greg Moore, shitty coolers in the wall. It's going to be overtime.
Is that Dakota
Rockingham
Floyd?
Speedway, Dakota Floyd as well.
Is it?
Yep, Josh Fracker has been involved.
No, that's not Floyd. That's not Floyd.
It's the 61. It's Sanderson. He's been running up the front all day.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I thought it was when I saw that orange truck.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay out of the wider angle cameras.
Carroll.
Oh my God, look at this.
Oh no. Nathan Carroll is going to have so much pressure on him now at the front end. He's going to be on the front row. Tripp gets the choice of which side he restarts from, whether it's the inside or the outside, and then Carroll has to go to the opposite end. He got loose.
He did, yeah.
Moore got loose, shoved the 61 on the wall, then he goes round. Oh, it's a real shame.
Well, that is exactly what I was talking about earlier with the holding the car down on the very bottom like that. You see, watch, he's trying to hold it down, and then the ass end. He just hooked the curb.
Yeah,
he
just
hooked
hooked the banking,
and that was out of the apron, and that was it. Yep. And then his truck just tore the heck up, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they tore the shitty coolers out of that one. I have to say. All right, that's enough shitty coolers. All right, let's see. So let's see who came in. Those are all guys. We got 2 black flags out there. Austin Wagner.
Oh, we do, yeah. Austin Wagner.
Christopher Specker.
So they must, and they would have been unsafe pit entries, either unsafe or speeding in pits.
And
so they'll get EOLs now to the back end of the field.
Yeah, we got we got some meatballs, but those have all been in pits for a while. I don't know how we didn't get some meatballs from that. There was a couple trucks get tore up right there. All right,
so Nathan Carroll, Keaton Tripp will be on the front row. Justin Michael.
James Lehman.
And
Monachek,
James Lehman. Josh Motorchek. So
the top 6 here is insane.
4 of the top 10 previous race winners. Floyd, who was confident coming into tonight, and Nathan Carroll, who has been exceptional up the front end, could come home with a great race win. But for Carroll, he's got to push here to try and get this race win. We're on to lap 100 now. It's overtime.
Checker,
Yep, our first attempt.
How many did we get?
Of green, white, checkered.
3? What do we get? I don't even remember.
I believe we get 3. This will be our first attempt of a green, white, checkered out of 3. And we may use all 3 up. But ultimately for Carroll, what he's got to do is, Jim, he's got to put that car into the race lead in case there is a caution off this green flag. Because if there is, it means he'll get the P1 position, and all he has to do then is maintain P1 position in the hopes that there could be another 2 or another 1 green, white, checkered after that. And then you get to final caution and you end under yellow. It's the same deal for Tripp. He's got to maintain position. For Lehman and Michael, they've got to try and sneak their way through. Pace trucks in. Green, white, checkered attempt number 1. Green flag at Rockingham, and it's a great restart for Tripp and for Justin Michael as well. Carroll's been caught napping. And as they enter turn 1, He's got to try and push here. He's dropped below the 8-7 car. Watch Motorcheck and Lehman as well.
Yeah,
as they enter turn 3.
I think Carroll spun the tires there a little bit.
I think he did. White flag.
No.
They've made it to the line. Final lap. Keaton Tripp has got to survive a mile to become the first 2-time winner of the season. Michael's nowhere near him. Floyd and Lehman are battling side by side for P4 as he enters turn 3. Keaton Tripp, round turn 4, knock off the run. 6 from 6, make it. First 2-time for Keaton Tripp in round 7. The run ends for different winners this season. He becomes the first 2-time winner. Michael in P2. Nathan Carroll comes home on the podium in P3 after a fantastic run. Lehman Motorcheck the top 5. Floyd, Cook, Haynes, Salia, and Lee the top 10. In a great race here this evening.
Maybe that's Sailor.
Might be Sailor.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, look. My first impression, immediate reaction, great win by Keaton Tripp. Up front all night. Fantastic. My first thought is this race was not as wild and chaotic as I thought it was going to be.
I agree. I think the green flag runs.
You're going to get cautions at a track with 40-something cars on track at Richmond. At Rockingham, you're going to get them, okay? This race was better than I thought it was going to be.
I agree. I agree. And I think next week at Bristol...
Oh, that's going to be fun too, man. I love
it's going to be... It's going to be a similar scenario, I feel, at Bristol next week. I think we're going to get great green flag running. We're definitely going to get cautions because it is Bristol, and ultimately Bristol always has cautions.
Oh, yeah.
But I think we're going to get great running next week when we head out to Bristol. Right. I think we're going to get great racing, and Keaton Tripp soaking it all up. First 2-time winner this season in the 419 truck. That'll take him into the championship lead heading into next week's race at Bristol. Luckily for Justin Michael, he finished right on his tail, so he didn't give up too many points tonight. As we get to our results here, Keaton Tripp takes the win to Justin Michael, Nathan Carroll in P3, Lehman, Motorcheck, Floyd Cook, Haynes, Taylor, and Lee make up our top 10 here this evening as well. Brendan Groover up 30 positions in this race. He was the hard charger tonight.
Nice run.
Keaton Tripp led 96 laps of this race. Lehman with the fast lap of the race, though, 22.883. Tripp goes from pole, the second race win of the season. 10 cautions, 28 laps total spent under caution here tonight for overtime of 102 laps here at Rockingham Speedway. As we catch up with our first 2-time winner of the season, Keaton Tripp. Keaton, welcome in. First driver to get 2 wins this season. That should get you back in, hopefully, the championship lead. I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't sure what the points were leading into tonight's race, but nonetheless, yourself and Justin Michael, you guys are the ones to beat this season. And you've managed to get yourself a second race win here in round 7. Congratulations. How does that one feel after such an intense night out there at Rockingham Speedway?
Yeah, it feels great. Definitely, I had to get Michael to this week after last week. He kicked all of our asses, so had to try to one-up him tonight. So, yeah, it was a great race on the first stage there. It went green the whole way, and then second stage was a little bit sloppy. I wish it had a little bit more green flag racing, but yeah, we had a lot of battles too for the lead between. I think Justin battled me once, James, and Nathan. So I just got lucky. The cautions were coming out when I was in front of them.
I was going to mention that. How's the emergence of Nathan Carroll tonight? I mean, guy looked like he was right on your tail all night. Last caution restart, obviously when we went overtime, he lit up the rears a little bit. That knocked him back a couple and obviously allowed Justin to get through to P2. But what was the pressure like coming off of Nathan tonight? Because he was really impressive from our view outside the car. How was it from inside the car, though, battling with him for that race lead?
Yeah, he was definitely on it tonight. He had me on my toes. I felt like I was better on the long run just because of the clean air. But, yeah, he would be on me for probably 25 laps still. Yeah, he'd be keeping the pressure on. I was curious to see what it would look like if it went green the whole way between me and him, because I feel like we would have been the class of the field tonight if it went green the whole way. And we still were, even with the cautions. But, yeah, he was fast.
Well, of course, Keaton, Bristol next week. Could be in for a similar style of race, going to another short track. How are you feeling going into that one after now your second race win of the season? Do you think there could be a third on offer for you when we're short track racing again?
I'm feeling great. I'm a short track guy, so anytime we go to a short track, I love it. So hopefully we can keep it green next week at Bristol, and it's not like Eldora.
So I got
Well,
Keaton real quick. So obviously you say you like short tracks. There's several different style of short tracks, and obviously Rockingham and Bristol, quite a bit different. And then you got the Martinsville, the flatter ones. North Wilkesboro, Martinsville. Um, what style do you say you favor of those? Because obviously Bristol's high banks. This is moderately high banked, but different than Bristol for sure.
I definitely favor the flat tracks, man. I love breaking into a corner and just messing with brake bias throughout the whole race, trying to get as much speed in the middle of the corner as you can. Yeah, I'm a big flat short track racer, so
Nice. All right.
I still like the banked ones, but I definitely prefer flat short tracks.
Yeah, good to know. So that way, if we, to be honest, I have to look at the schedule, but if we got some of that stuff coming up, we'll certainly keep an eye out for you there too. But hey, congratulations, man! Another solid win. You've been up front all season. You're really on your game. So you and the 419 boys y'all got it going right now.
Yeah, maybe we'll drink some celebratory beers this weekend for it.
There you go.
Well, we appreciate your time coming and having a chat to us here tonight, Keaton. Best of luck next week out at Bristol. We look forward to seeing how you go and to see if you can get that third race winner this season now heading into round 8 as well.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks so much. Next up, we have P2 this evening in Justin Michael. Justin, congratulations. P2 on the road tonight. Obviously, that race win last week. Keaton's pipped you, though, gotten that second race win of the season. First to do it here tonight. Off that final restart, though, Nathan Cowell lit up the rear end a little bit off the restart. You managed to sneak your way through to P2. Was there any more you could have done, though, to try and catch up to Keaton, or was it going to take another caution for you to challenge him for the race lead?
I don't know. I don't think anybody. I couldn't touch him. I don't feel like I was very fast tonight here. Even though I finished second, but I had nothing for him. So even on the long run, he was pulling away from me, and I was just burning my stuff up. So I was trying to get off sync on pits. That's why we pitted, and I was hoping it'd go green and maybe I could catch him that way. Just trying something different. So, but it didn't work out.
Well, we saw that choice that yourself, James Lehman, and Dakota Floyd made alongside a couple other drivers to come in early, take some tires, and try and move your way forward through the field. Was that you guys hoping maybe that it was going to be a longer green run that would then allow you guys to kind of chase him down with the natural tire degradation from the front runners?
Yeah. Because when I pitted, I think I used up 2 or 3% of my right sides, and it's a big difference in the long run. So I was hoping that we could, just being off sync, we could slowly catch him, and I think we would have. I know James was going to because he was faster than me, but I don't know what happened. I think he got into somebody, but I think if it would have stayed green the entire run, A, we would have been faster, and B, I don't think they would have made it on fuel. So.
Oh, I don't think so either. I think from what we were looking at though, the balancing act would have been on that tire wear. So obviously, if in another world we got a longer green run, it may have been a different result tonight. But Bristol next week, how are you feeling going into that one? Being that it's another short track, less fast paced though, and maybe a little bit more caution heavy at times as well.
I feel like it's faster paced because of how steep
definitely faster.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you got 15, 16-second laps there. That place is.
Oh, true.
How did they describe it?
I meant in terms of car speed is what I meant. Like,
yeah, I'm not a short track guy, so that's why I don't.
They used to
run
describe
well.
Bristol as flying a fighter jet in a football stadium.
So yeah, I don't run well short tracks.
Yeah,
but
running second, saying that's pretty interesting. If that's the case, the field is in trouble this season. So
well, if I survive next week, I'll be happy.
I mean, and the reality is, if you qualify up front and you keep your stuff clean at a short track, you're going to do pretty well. Just being up front in track position at these places is so important. For numerous reasons.
It definitely is.
But being able to, at a place like this, being able to not grind your right front tire off is the whole key here. Really, you know, I mean, that's really what it's all about.
And I definitely wasn't doing that tonight. It was pretty toasty on the right front for me.
That's the way I am too. So, hey, congratulations, man! Another good finish. Not exactly sure where the points are going to end up. It's going to be obviously close up there. But you know, you guys are gonna. I think it's going to be a battle all the way down to the end, anyway.
Yeah, I think so. I think the points that I gained last week were offset this week because he should have got the exact same amount of bonus points as I did last week. So it'll just cancel each other out.
There you go. All right, man. Congratulations again. If you want to thank any sponsors or anything, feel free.
Yeah, just you guys out there calling a good race as always. James for putting on the leg, and Kerry for sponsoring the series. We definitely appreciate him, and Scott from Patent and Paint for painting the awesome truck. So we started running this one a couple weeks ago. So if you need a paint, go reach out to him, and we'll see you guys next week. Maybe we'll talk to you. We'll see, or maybe we'll crash out.
Yeah,
That's more likely what will happen.
We'll see. But thanks so much for coming over chat to us, Justin. Best of luck at Bristol. And if we don't have a chance to speak to you, best of luck in the upcoming rounds afterwards as well. We look forward to seeing how you go.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
Thanks. Next up, we have P3 on the road here this evening, and arguably one of the breakout stars on the road here tonight, Nathan Carroll. Nathan, welcome in. Really impressed by your racing here this evening out at Rockingham Speedway. Just missing out on that race win in the end there. Knocked back to P3, but a podium in the end after starting P2. How does it feel to solidify that result here tonight at Rockingham Speedway?
Yeah, guys, it's definitely exciting. It's my second ever podium, and overall, this is the best race I've ever run. So it feels good, but at the same time, it's I had the lead there for a little bit, and I don't really know what I did wrong. I let the heat get to me, and
did you spin the tires on that restart though?
The last one, or
Yeah, the last one.
no, the outside was just so, like, P2 on the restart was just awful. Every time I restarted P2, I got passed by third, second guy on the bottom, and then every time I was third, I passed the guy on the P2 on the top. So it's just it's so single groove. So they repaved the track, and there's no multi-groove racing like there was here previously, and
Right.
you got to run the bottom. And I tried a couple times to work a little bit of a different line, and it just never worked the whole thing. So I kind of knew where I started, or where everybody started, was going to be where you end up. It's just a matter of the restarts. We had a lot of them, and I'm sorry about that, guys. Like, it's kind of unfortunate we can't keep it together for more than 3 laps at a time. I wish that would change, but
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It didn't seem that way from our perspective, really. I mean, you're gonna have cautions at a track like this. You're not gonna run 100 laps green here. I would say that we found the race to be quite entertaining. I didn't feel like it was a caution fest by any means. I don't really even know how many we had, but from perception wise, it didn't feel that way to me at all. So I thought it was a good, fun race myself.
yeah, it's good. The yellows are, I mean, it's a less than a mile length of a racetrack, so the yellows go through pretty quick. And I looked up at one point, it was lap 80 or something, and I couldn't believe with some of the yellows we did have, it was that close to being over. So yeah, I just would redo that whole thing a little different when I had the lead, but I'm really excited to be able to talk to you guys for the first time.
Learning moment, so you got to take it for that. Every time you get in those kind of positions, and you're going to learn something, and it's going to change the way you handle it next time. But congratulations on your finish here, and good solid run. I mean, you were literally up there all night. It's not like you lucked into it or you pit strategied into it. You were one of the fastest cars on track all night, and you ended up with a result that showed that. So, congratulations, man. And with some upcoming short tracks and stuff, how do you feel about Bristol next week?
Not particularly great. I mean, I feel like I could be quick there too. I feel like short tracks are more my thing.
Right.
I look at like my stats and kind of try to, I'm OCD, so I break it down and analyze it, and everything points to short tracks being what I run the best on. So with 43 trucks at Bristol, that's going to be interesting, but it's been interesting all year. So we'll see how that goes. This is going to be navigating any carnage and trying to survive and maybe some tire games, you know.
Yep.
But
How are you at
I'm,
saving tires? You pretty good at that, or is that your cup of tea, or what?
I'm figuring it out. So I've only been on this. I just passed my 1 year anniversary on iRacing and sim racing in general, and there's a lot of intricacies to this that
Oh yeah.
are I've slowly picked up on. The closer the more I run towards these guys that are really, really good, guys that are way better than me, the more I see what they're doing, and
So
it's
go ahead. No, finish. I'm sorry.
figuring it out. No, that's all.
So obviously you said you're OCD and you're a break it down stat guy and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and guess that you've watched a lot of Justin Yee's videos.
A little. When I first started, yes,
Yeah.
he was kind of foundational for me when I was
tell you
trying to.
what, go back and revisit his tire stuff now.
Well, I think I did watch a video where he explained it at this racetrack,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny.
I mean,
I did learn that from him, and I was running the line that that he taught, and
Yep.
yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing, because sim racing is all about a journey, right? You get faster, and then you find the consistency, and then you get a little faster, and it just kind of is a progression. Well, in oval track racing, especially tracks like this, saving tires it ends up being the key, as we all know, because at the end of a 20-lap run there, if your tires are significantly better than some of the other guys, you're just going to drive right by them,
100%.
And his techniques for saving tires are insane,
Yeah.
And I learned so much from him, and he made me so much better of an oval racer. And he was actually a channel sponsor, and probably still would be if I'd approach him. But he was a channel sponsor early on and gave away some free lessons and stuff like that to some guys. But man, he is so cool. But his ability to, he's an engineer. He's a nerd,
Of course.
and he breaks it down and he changes. Like he'll tell you what he taught 2 years ago is not where he's at today, And
Well, you know what advantage I have over him?
what's that?
I guarantee I am more competitive than him. I think I am the most fiercely competitive person in this entire field. Maybe I'm calling a shot that I shouldn't call, but he's smart, and if I can learn from him and have that competitive spirit, I'll be faster.
Well, you're off to a good start tonight, man. This was good. We enjoyed watching you up there all night. Hamish and I talked about you a lot on the broadcast. It was fun to see you stay up there too. So congratulations again. Shout out to anybody since your first time here with us in the box. Go ahead and shout out to any sponsors, anybody you want to thank or acknowledge, and congratulations again.
Yeah. So first things first, my wife Danielle.
There you go.
Probably see her in the chats, and
She's claimed that you sound hot, Nathan, in the chat.
Yeah. Well, I already knew that, but she watches every race, and I talk about the races coming up and what I'm gonna do, and it's a whole lot of BS that she probably doesn't want to hear, but most supportive person in my life, so she appreciate her for that. And two of my best friends, Luca and Angela, have been coming over and watching my races with her in the living room, so that's really neat. Appreciate them. And then the guys that tune in every week, Manny, Zach, my parents, my mom and dad, they both text me after the race, all excited. And
well, make sure they
and
all
then lastly,
like and subscribe. It's really important.
Oh yeah, they do. They got the notifications on, Jim. No, and then lastly, I missed the one other interview I've had in this league. This was where I made my first start in Max V about a year ago. So it's kind of fitting. Really wish I won it because it'd be like a full circle moment. But
it would be.
What's made it so much fun and amazing is my team. So Brad Slagle, Parker Donaldson, Joshua Matichek, Krishan Elliott, Riley Laverne. Some of the guys weren't here tonight. Tommy Cook and CJ McLaughlin. This hobby is so fun because of the people that I get to race with and chat with and plan, race prep, everything else with. They make it or break it for me. And
to me,
they make it,
you summed it up right there. That's really, truly what league racing is all about. It's finding your group of people. You're going to find that fit for you, that you become true friends with, even though you don't necessarily see each other in person, and it's about those kind of relationships and spending time together, practicing, working on setups, whatever it is,
Yeah.
and that truly is what it's all about, and that is why this is
And
such a fantastic hobby.
There's been some tough times this year, but we, as a team, had our best race ever. We had 2 guys in the top 5 and 1 7th and 1 in 11th, and unfortunately Parker got wrecked out, but he was running good too. So very rewarding and satisfying feeling.
All right, man. Well, congratulations again, and look forward to seeing you down the road again. Let's talk some more.
100%. Excited to watch it back. Thanks,
Yep.
guys.
All right, thanks.
Well, that'll bring an end here this evening to our broadcast of the Maximum Velocity Racing League CNC Truck Series for Season 5, Round 7 here at Rockingham Speedway. We appreciate everybody's time joining us here once again. And if you're joining us for the first time or you've been here for a little while, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. The bell icon as well, so you're notified whenever we go racing right here on the channel. Coming up on the docket for you tomorrow evening, Bite Point Racing returns with more sports car action on offer right here on MotorMouth Broadcasting. Shout out as well to our stream sponsors, of course, the Roasted Record. You can go see them in person down in Florida, find yourself some brews and tunes, or even order on their website. Use code SIM20 to get yourself a cheeky discount at checkout. They'll deliver straight to your door as long as you're willing to pay the shipping, of course, as well. Big shout out as well to our other stream sponsors. Been with us since day one, DRE Digital Race Engineer, and as well to Track Cams for Gourmets as well. But I've been Hamish Runner with Jim Cunningham alongside. Appreciate you for being here with us once again. Thanks so much for joining us on MotorMouth Broadcasting, and we'll hopefully see you guys next time when we go racing next week out at Bristol Motor Speedway. But until then, thanks for your effort and thanks for your time. Stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.